At the beginning of each week, we always write a weekend journal. I'm going to go through for mums and dads a bit of a breakdown on how you can help your child at home complete the journal. I'll show you what we usually do, and hopefully you can transfer that at home. So what we would do in the class is go around and talk to each JK and make a list using their names. So if I was going to ask Colin, I'd say, oh, Colin, what did you do on the weekend? And let's say Colin said, I went for a walk to the park. So I might choose the word walk to put down beside Colin's name. And then maybe I go to Bridget. Okay, Bridget, what did you do on the weekend? And Bridget said, I played golf with my dad, maybe in the backyard, or hit some balls around. So I might write the word golf for Bridget. So then what they do from here is in their journals, I will have written for them on the weekend. Now, usually this time of year, I stop writing this part for them and they do it on their own. So I will show them on the weekend, but they're responsible for writing it. So on the weekend, and then we would encourage the children to then insert their word into this sentence. But they know they can't just write their word next, because if we use Colin's, on the weekend walk, that doesn't make sense. So we work with them to figure out a way to make it work. On the weekend, and someone might say, I went for a walk. So from there, I refer them to our popcorn words that are displayed in the classroom. And then I want them to start using their sounding out abilities. So if it was Colin on the weekend, he would be responsible for writing I went. Okay, went, if it's not on our popcorn board, which happens to be, it's also a word that's easily sounded out. So then he would leave a space. Went. The word for, I believe, is, nope, it's not on our board, so we're going to sound it out. F, or they're going to hear the sound, but the R is bossy, so it has the O in front of it. On the weekend, I went for, then the word and then he's going to come up and use the word that I had given him, walk. And then hopefully he remembers at the end of a sentence, you're going to find punctuation. Same if we're using Bridget's word golf. On the weekend, she would write I played. So look for the word play on our word list or sound it out. Golf with my dad. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. This is a JK example. So I provided again on the weekend. This little one when I went. Now they did try and they wrote to the, but it didn't work for their sentence. And then they wrote skateboarding, which I had on the board for them. Here's another JK. On the weekend, I went to, and then we have flying squirrel. So flying squirrel would have been up on the board for them, and then they put in the missing words. Now for our SKs, they are responsible for writing 4 or more sentences. Here's an example. Now I won't go in and read it all. This person has written so much they didn't even have time to draw a picture. So that person really went to town, sharing all sorts of details about their weekend. Here's another example here. On the weekend, I made maple syrup. I also tasted the sap. It was yummy. I skipped swimming and chess. I also deleted speed math. I went through and helped with a few things, but other than that, this person did it all on their own. I love the picture. It's got some detail and it has some speech bubbles and labels. So have fun with your journal.